Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Donna, and today we're doing a review on the new CoverGirl Outlast Extreme Wear 3-in-1 foundation. Now, I've been seeing so much of this on YouTube and around, and people are just raving that it's like the next holy grail kind of foundation. So of course I ran out like the next day and I had to pick it up, and I was like, let me see just how good this foundation really is. And we're gonna find out together because I've never opened it, never tried it, and you're gonna come along with me. All my socials and everything are going to be listed down below, as well as all the items I'm going to be wearing on my face today. I don't think I've ever started a video with me not wearing any makeup, but here we are. I am currently on day 2 of using the new JLo Beauty skincare line that just came out, and I have a video coming out about that, but I wanted to use it for a full week before I actually put out a video so that I can actually say if it's doing anything and whatever. So far, I really like it. I feel like it's actually doing some like plumping and a lot of moisturizing, but it's only day 2. I've used it 3 times. So here we go. I'm just going to put on some Laura Mercier primer. This is the hydrating primer that I use for everything. So I know how it reacts and works with other foundations. So here we go, right into the foundation. It says it's a primer, concealer, and foundation in one for a naturally flawless finish. 24-hour wear, sweat-proof, humidity-proof, covers imperfections and evens out skin tone, which is great because I have discoloration on the side here on my upper lip. It says 24-hour full coverage. So let's see if that's what it does. It is in a glass bottle, which is really nice. And it has a nice pump here, which I'm gonna put, you know what, straight onto my brush. I'm just gonna do that. And it has a little lock feature here, which was interesting. Okay, let's start with that. I have no idea if this is my color, but we'll just make it work. That's interesting. Oh my, it has a scent. It almost smells like the La Mer. That's kind of weird. Is that weird? Okay, it was probably a little too light for me, but it's okay. It's still in the realm of like where I am. Okay, that's full coverage. Okay, it's not exaggerating my fine lines under my eye, which is good. Let's just start with the one side. Let's put a little bit under here. The real test is going to be, does it make my skin go dry by like the middle of the day? So it's like 12:30 right now I'm doing this, and I will do a check-in. That would be a good way to kind of gauge what's kind of happening. Okay, I haven't put any on my forehead, but I've put around everywhere else. Let me just put a little bit more on the left side here because that part did not get as much. And let me put on my forehead as well. Let me put a little bit here. A little bit more on my nose and whatever goes here. I have a little bit of a blemish on the top of my nose there. It's not really covering it all too much. Generally for foundations, I really like to use a brush. I was all about sponges, and then I got this It Cosmetics brush from Ulta. This is the Alex and Annie edition, but any of the brushes that they have, you know, the heart one and all those, they're just so fantastic. I can't go back to a sponge at this point. I just can't. I have yet to find a foundation that I have that works better with a sponge than with the brush. So that's how I always kind of go about it. And these will last longer. You know what's so funny? The scent of this, it's like the La Mer. I used the La Mer foundation yesterday actually, so there was probably still a bit on there. So that's why I was like, oh, I'm smelling yesterday's thing on here. I know, I have to wash my brushes. But I just put some Bare on my hand and it has the same scent. So that's wild. That is wild. It has the same scent as the La Mer foundation. Okay, I'm gonna come a little bit closer so you and I can kind of see what's going on. So I'm not a super fan of the way right now it's sitting on my nose. And as you can see, I do have the discoloration here and I have a little red spot right there. It's not a blemish, that's just kind of always there. Okay, that's better. It covered it a little bit. So besides my nose though, just looking everywhere else, the forehead looks good. Doesn't look too cakey. I'm not getting any lines here, which is nice. The cheek is nice. I may maybe put too much. I was hearing that too. People were like, I had to use it like a second time. But you know, I do like that, but I am going to reapply it on my nose. Either my nose is incredibly dry today or something is just not sitting right. No, like nothing's even moving. Okay, so I just removed it and then reapplied it to my nose. I'm using the Blendiful here. I'd have to try it again. I don't know how I'm kind of liking that so much at the moment, but you know what? Everywhere else is really nice. Not a super fan of the way it is on my nose, and I know I've been scrubbing it like mad and I've been moisturizing and it wasn't a problem these past few days, and I've been wearing full makeup. I just did a whole, like yesterday, just full glam moment just for like no reason. So yeah, not a super fan of that. However, it could just be my nose. You know what? I'm gonna have to try this again for a second time. But for right now, everywhere else looks really nice. It's kind of like pushing it in, and it really is full coverage. It's giving me like that. It honestly is reminding me of the La Mer foundation, just more coverage. And I think that color was actually exactly what I needed. So I'm gonna go put a full face on top of this to see how it's working with other makeup. And then I'll give you guys my final thoughts at the end. Okay, everybody, so I'm back with my full face of makeup on. I just want to go through really quickly what I did use so that you can see how it kind of worked on top. I used the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. I went into this guy here and a bit of this one. It was a bit too red toned, so then I went back into this, all over the perimeter and, of course, into the cheekbone there. I used the new ColourPop Boudoir Noir blush here. This is in Secret Crush. It's this one. Open it up. It's a nice pink, but it's got a little bit of shimmer in it. I don't know if it kind of picks up on camera, but I've been really going heavy-handed with the blush these days, and it's but again, it doesn't register on camera, but in real life it's so intense, and I'm like, wow, I look kind of crazy. I also used a Becca highlighter. This is a Vanilla Quartz as my highlighter. I'm telling you, I'm discovering all sorts of stuff since I've organized everything. If you haven't checked out my videos on my organizing collection and everything, I'll list them up in the corner. And then on my eyes, I went into the Carli Bybel palette and just did something kind of quick. Never done this look here. I did the dark, the Jode here, and then I went into the inner corner here with Mandala. Or Mandala. One of those. And anyways, and then just some eyeliner, mascara, and whatnot. Now, in terms of the foundation and how things are sitting on top, I will say, I don't know, I'm coming a little closer here so you guys can see. It does look really flawless. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm looking here, and no, I don't have any blemishes like active right now, but I do have some like blackheads and things, and I do have texture more down here. But the coverage of the foundation was really nice. It covered everything. It is full coverage, I will say that much. I put some powder. Oh, I did use my Fenty powder a little bit all over about here on my nose, just like as a last step, just to kind of set everything in. That's what I do. But everything else is like really nice. I mean, besides my nose that I'm having like issues with, I would be very interested in trying this one again and to see how it wears. Because if it's doing what it's doing right now for a CoverGirl foundation, I'm pretty happy with it. Now, if you already have foundations, like 30 of them like I do, I don't know if you're gonna like 100% need this, but like I said, let me keep using this because you know what? When I first tried the L'Oreal Infallible, I wasn't a super fan of it. And now it's like one of my favorites. So you know what? This has got my interest. I definitely want to keep using this. I want to try it with a sponge, see what happens. Let me exfoliate my nose a little bit and see how it wears. But right now I used an array of different things from like Fenty powder, essence, a whole bunch of different stuff. And it's sitting really well on the skin, and I really like what's happening here. It's not patchy, and I used items I've used many times, so I know what these products do. So it did a nice job. The color is really nice too. I brought it a little bit lower. I'm using the shade 810 Classic Ivory, and I'm usually like the Classic Ivory in the Maybelline foundations and everything like that. So I'm always like that. I'm not that porcelain, but I'm not like where it starts to go tan. That's not me, at least in the middle of the winter. So yeah, so those are my final thoughts on the foundation. Again, for the price, I think it's doing a really great job. It has a really beautiful scent. I don't smell it anymore, but if you are sensitive to fragrance, maybe you want to avoid it. I don't know if you can try it or return it the way things are these days. I don't know, but the price point is really great. And yeah, I'm excited to try it again. Hey everybody, so it's a couple of days later and I'm wearing the foundation now for a second time. And I gotta say, it's sitting a lot better on my nose. I think it was just an exfoliation kind of thing. If anything, I'm like, more like kind of dewy today, but I haven't powdered and I've been wearing the foundation for like 9-10 hours and it's sitting really nice. I'll bring the camera a little closer and, not exaggerating any texture. I just have like whatever light from the light fixture right here. I was trying out, I opened all these BoxyCharm boxes that have been piling up and it had this new palette in it, this one here, Oh Snap, and it's so gorgeous. I love it so much. I'll open it, I'll show you guys. This is what I'm wearing on my eyes today. It was very fiery red, but I was wearing like a red shirt, so it kind of fit. And yeah, so the foundation for me is like a win. I'm going to wear it again tomorrow and just keep wearing it. And I'm going to try it with a sponge, but with the brush, it seems to be working just great. So that's it for me in this video, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if you're planning on getting this item or if you've already used it and what are your thoughts. I would love to hear from you guys. YouTube should be recommending to you some of my other videos, and I have a lot of new ones that have come out and I have a lot more planned. Like I said, I'm doing the JLo Beauty Skincare Week to kind of give you guys an idea as to what that's all about. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone.